Making sure that you have the right attitude is pretty important. So I want to talk about me 3 years ago. 3 years ago, when I started my fitness journey, I came with the right attitude to this journey, and through doing that, I have made a lot of progress. So at day one of that journey, I remember sitting on that bed, scrolling on TikTok. You probably have heard about this story, but me scrolling on TikTok, watching a few videos, getting motivated, going and taking my before photo, and feeling like a strong spark of motivation, and promising myself that I will not quit. Through not quitting, that's not necessarily an attitude but a promise that I made to myself. I left no other option but to find the kind of attitude that will make me jacked. Now, I know it sounds like, ooh, what the fuck are you talking about, Ori? What does it even mean? It's like, I have no other option but to find the right attitude. What does it even mean? Let me explain. When you are determined to not give up, when you chose to not give up, you leave no other option but to keep going. When you want to achieve that goal, let's say getting in shape so badly, I will talk in my case, right? When I wanted it so badly, I left no other option but to succeed. What does it even mean? I basically couldn't allow myself to quit. I couldn't allow myself to skip that workout. I couldn't allow myself to eat more food, to binge at night, because I wanted it so damn badly. I wanted to lose weight. I didn't like being fat. I was sick of it, and I decided to change. And the thing about it is that once you leave no other option but to change, you'll probably change. When changing becomes less painful than staying the same, you change. I know it sounds really weird. What the fuck are you talking about? Let me get to the point. After making this promise to myself, I started to study about fitness a lot, and I remember like 2 weeks after that day one, I looked in the mirror, I took a photo, a progress photo, and guess what I saw? I made no results, no progress. Now I lost like around 4 pounds, but the mirror reflected no progress. I was discouraged, bro. I was demotivated. I can't sit here and lie to you. It sucked. It fucking sucked. I still remember this feeling, like just feeling pretty depressed. I kept going because of this one attitude, so I forced it at the beginning because I had none of this shit. I just told you how little to no motivation I had after 2 weeks. But I forced myself to see the smallest W's, the smallest wins as big ones. I forced myself to have a good time through this journey. I forced myself to go and train, to see the results, to look in the mirror and force myself to see progress. Now, I might have been delusional through the journey for sure. I was delusional. But this level of delusion was healthy because it caused me to keep going, and through keeping to go, through going to my workouts, through eating less, through going through a calorie deficit for more time, I lost another 4 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I started to do resistance training and I built muscle, and I made a lot of fucking progress. After 6 months, I became unrecognizable through making so much fucking progress. The thing about progress in the gym, in my opinion, is that it takes a lot of time to show. At first, you don't see it. You won't see it. At the first week and 2, you won't see a lot of progress. My friends didn't see a lot of progress. I haven't seen a lot of progress. That's what happens. But after a month and 2 and 6, you will completely transform your body. And that's the first attitude that I developed. And it is loving the journey, and it is enjoying the journey, and it is forcing yourself to look in the mirror and have a good time. Just having a good time, seeing the progress that you made, like taking a photo of yourself, the before photo, and then comparing your current physique 2 weeks into training, 3 weeks into training, to that before photo, and forcing yourself to see you as the guy who made progress, to see like the smallest wins that you have made, to see like the actions that you did that helped you to progress towards the right place. That's the first attitude, the attitude of either loving the results or loving the journey. Now, there is another attitude that is not necessarily like the antithesis, the opposite of this attitude, but it is one that is more dark. I used it when I started running, because the thing about running is that I'm really bad at it. I have become good, right? I won't sit here and say that I'm the worst running right now, but when I started, I sucked at it. I was not fat at the time, I was shredded, but I was still bad at it. So I used to run 3 kilometers every day. I did it for 3 months, and during the 3 months, I didn't like it. I sucked at it, and because of that I needed to develop the Goggins mentality, and that's the second attitude. It is the attitude of pain, of bro, I'm going to go through it because of the guy that I will become. I don't really care about it has been fun, I don't really care about the results, I don't care about all of that stuff. I just wanna become the guy who went through it, who used that discipline and is disciplined. And that's another attitude that can make you more consistent, that can help you see more results in the gym. And by developing it, if you are the kind of guy to not really enjoy training, to not love it, I think this attitude might also help you. Because by developing it, by seeing yourself as the guy who will go through the pain and seeing the pain as the good thing, so you don't necessarily become masochistic through that, you just become a guy who wants to fulfill his full potential when it comes to his character, and the way to develop your full potential through character is to go through hard times. That's how you develop a strong character. You go through the times that prove to you that you have that strong character, and a strong character is a character who is capable of enduring hardship. And the only way to prove to yourself that you can go through hardship is to go through hardship. That's why I decided to run a marathon. That's why I dedicated a lot of my fucking attention and energy into this goal, because it is hard. And I achieved it. I became stronger characteristically. And I'm proud of myself and I love it. And if you can't maintain consistency through the attitude of I love training, I enjoy training, I like seeing the pump that I get from my training sessions, then using this attitude of I will become stronger through going through this pain is also another good attitude that you can develop and will probably benefit your journey a lot. Now these are just two attitudes that you can develop out of many. The first attitude is more about pleasure. It is you wanting the results. It is a great attitude, by the way, right? You can balance both. So there is the thing called normal distribution. Most people are in the middle. They are not into one side or the other. These two attitudes are not necessarily polar opposites, but they are not the same. Most people can balance these two together, and if you are somewhat like most people, you can balance them two together and have the attitude of I love this thing, I do it because I love it, I enjoy it. When you are more like that, and when you just can't bother, when you feel bad, using the second attitude of discipline might be the more right option. There is no wrong and right in here, only wrong and right in relation to how consistent you become through using these attitudes. And these two attitudes are just two out of many attitudes that you can develop, just two that I found by thinking and deconstructing my own journey. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe, and if you want to get free stuff from me, you can check out the link in the description. Bye bro.